one of the most disgusting things I always see on the internet is when I see copywriting gurus tell you that you can reach 10K a month writing one email a day from your pajamas, in your underwear, in, I don't know, drinking cocktails in highway, and in Thailand, I don't know, in Maldives, and this bullshit. It's like, and every time I see this, I'm like, bro, just, what are you saying? This isn't how things are going. This isn't how you become a 2 to 5 to 10K a month copywriter. You don't start copywriting and within 90 days, you're already writing one email a day from your pajamas. Even I haven't reached this point, and I've been in the game for almost 2 years now. I haven't reached this point. So I'm making this video just to set some expectation with you that reaching 10K a month isn't going to be a piece of cake. I'm not saying this to discourage you, but quite the opposite. Because you get discouraged when you hear that you should be making 10K a month within 90 days. And if you haven't made that amount of money in 90 days, you get discouraged, you feel like quitting, you feel not motivated to outreach, you feel all this crap. And it's because your time horizon to success is very low. It's very short term. And I want you to shift that perspective, and I want you to start thinking that landing clients isn't going to be this easy. And I want you to use this in a productive way. I don't want you to start getting discouraged even more right now. I just want you to start thinking about this and applying this to your life. Because that's probably the one thing that saved me from quitting copywriting and eventually reaching that point where I'm making, last month I made around $14,000. And yeah, it was because I didn't quit. Imagine if I quit. Imagine if I had quit a few months ago, where I was actually thinking about it. I was actually thinking about quitting. I was actually thinking that copywriting isn't for me. I was actually thinking that you can't just make money with copywriting. It's a scam. It's all scam. People are just selling you courses, and you're never gonna make money. That's what I actually thought. Imagine if I had quit then. Man. What would happen to me? I would probably be back to college. I would probably be going back to hanging out with losers. I would probably need another few years just to graduate from college so I can get a 9-to-5 job and live all that crappy lifestyle where nobody really wants. If you're watching this video, I bet you don't want to watch this. I bet you don't want to be living like this. You don't want to be living like this. Okay? And this is the lie that the gurus will tell you, that you can make this amount of money in your underwear. This is the lie the gurus tell you to buy their courses. This is what sounds fancy, this is what sells courses, and this is what's gonna get you in. But then you join their course and you realize that it's not actually as easy as you thought, because you can't just work for 30 minutes a day and make this amount of money. At least not for now. Because if you're the best copywriter, you can literally demand whatever you want. If you're one of the top 1% copywriters, you can literally demand whatever you want. Because you have a track record, because you have a wait list of hundreds of business owners who want to work with you, and you can literally tell whatever price you want and people are going to say yes. And if they don't say yes, you're going to go to the next, and they are going to say yes. So you literally don't care once you reach that point. You can literally live that lifestyle. But you don't just start copywriting and you reach that point immediately. No. You don't do that. It doesn't happen like that. If it was that easy, bro, even my grandma would be doing this. Like, even everybody would, even my little sister who is 12 years old would be doing this if it was that easy. So it's not that easy, and it's good. The fact that it's not that easy, it's actually good, because it keeps all these other people from reaching that point. And that's what I think. A mindset I have every time I feel like quitting is that everyone would quit here where I'm feeling like quitting, and this is where I'm not gonna quit. Like, imagine this. We feel like quitting. What would most losers with a weak mindset do at your point when you feel like quitting? They would quit. But what if you don't quit? What if you don't quit and you keep going? What do you think that will do for you? Let's picture this. 100 people start copywriting together. 80 people are gonna quit within the first 1 or 2 weeks, maybe more. Then another 10 are gonna quit the next 1 or 2 months. Then another 5 are gonna quit within their first 3 to 6 months. And then more people are gonna quit. So are you gonna be the person who quits? Or are you gonna be the one person out of 100 who just keeps going? What would you like to be? Which person would you like to be, actually? What would you like people to say about you when you're not there? What would you like you to tell about yourself when you're not actually there? But you get what I mean. What would you like to tell you about yourself? What is the story you want to tell yourself about yourself? Which is the story? For me, if I quit, I wouldn't be able to live with myself. I wouldn't be able to say, oh, I quit. That's not me. I wouldn't be able to do that. And I take pride in this. I say this all the time in conversation, for example, if I'm talking to new people, if I'm talking with girls and stuff. I always say this to myself. I always say this. And I take pride in this. I'm like, I wanted to quit. I was working 16 hours a day and I didn't quit. And look at me now. Look at me fucking now, man. Look at me fucking now. Just stop having this short-term thinking. It's not gonna help you. And having this long-term thinking that, let's say you're gonna land clients in 1 year, it's even better. Because this is gonna keep you from quitting when you eventually feel like quitting. Because even if you don't feel like quitting now, you're going to feel like quitting. Even I feel like quitting a lot of times. Maybe not at that point, not to the point that I'm quitting, but to the point like, oh, is this really scalable? Because now I have different problems. You get what I mean? I don't have problems of like, is this really possible? I know it's possible. The only thing I'm thinking sometimes is that if I don't scale my business, let's say for a month, or if I don't make money for a few days, I'm like, oh, is this really scalable, or am I just gonna get stuck here? This is the different problem. I know, first world problem, but still, it's still a problem. And you still have doubt, and you still have all these emotions, these negative emotions inside of you. It's not as people present it. You don't just land clients and you're just happy from there. You keep having negative emotions and stuff. You keep having limiting beliefs. They never go away. It's just that you have different limiting beliefs that you need to overcome. That's what I have found. Every part of my journey has arrived with different limiting beliefs, different beliefs in general, different stuff in general. So yeah, don't get discouraged. Stop biting this. Writing one email a day in your underwear, making 10k a month. Stop this bullshit. Stop thinking that this is true. It's not true. It's just a thing for people to sell you on this. And it actually took me a bit more than a year to reach 10k a month, to make my first 10k a month. People were gonna say, I made the first 10k a month in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months of starting. And I didn't. I made my first 10k a month after 1 year and 3 months of starting. So, yeah, I know. It took me much longer, but it took me 15 months, but yeah, it was worth it. Imagine if I had quit at 9 months though. What would happen to me then? That's the funny part. Imagine if I had quit 6 months ago. I would never be able to reach that point, and I wouldn't be able to live my dream life where I train every day for 4 hours a day. I go out with friends, I go to the beach, I spend a lot of time with family, I meet new people every single day, I buy whatever the fuck I want, I buy expensive foods, the most expensive foods, whereas in the past I remember I was buying the least expensive food just so my money lasted longer. And yeah, I feel like my life has turned 180 degrees completely the last year. Completely. This is by far the best year of my life. The last 6 months. I feel like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I feel like this isn't even real. Sometimes I have to pinch myself in the morning to see that it's still real and I'm not dreaming. I'm honestly living my dream life at 20 years old. Like, I literally wouldn't change a thing about my life. A thing. So yeah, that's what I want to tell you today. If you found this valuable, like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next one. And make sure to comment your biggest takeaway, because that's the fastest way for you to actually apply what you learn. Okay, that's because you identify what you learn, you say that, and then you're gonna keep applying it, and then you're gonna learn, then you're gonna grow. So yeah, peace.